We cannot afford to wait for money which will come from somewhere else. So we need to have to spend to have that strength. But what is going to make it easier? When scientists like you, when people who have obtained great degrees from such institutions like here are able to come up with innovations which can help this country move towards greater reliance on renewable energy. For instance, like a layman, I would like to say here, before good learned science graduates, you know when you produce power from thermal sources, you have ways in which you can generate it 24/7, so you have power even in the night or even the day when there is no sun shining. But when you depend on solar, which is good to move to solar, I'm not saying no about it, but when you move to solar, you generate as much when it is a bright sunny day, but if it is cloudy, probably lesser. But even on a bright sunny day, when you generate enough power from solar energy, it is only up to the time when the sun is up and giving you light. But after that, you're not able to produce naturally, and then you'll have to certainly look if you could have stored that energy which you generated during the bright daylight. We still don't have the capacity for it. We probably still are looking for even better materials for it, rare earths for it, and therefore the science graduates that all of you are, the PhDs that you are on, I appeal to you, for the sake of our country, do make sure that you're able to spend more time with your mentors, with your guides, with your supervisors, to see if you're able to give India the advantage, the lead advantage, in being able to give us batteries which can store, batteries of scale which can store to that extent renewable energy. And there are parts of this world where countries have decided that maybe till such a time that we get that lead in advanced chemistry and for battery storage, we'll still depend on fossil fuel, coal for instance, which is like going forward but yet coming back and saying we'll still have to have that base load which you need for energy transmission. That has to still come from coal or from fossil fuels like crude oil and so on. So that transition from fossil fuel to renewable energy, if it has to be sustainable and if it has to be 24/7, we need your skills. We need that knowledge that you have got from this esteemed institution to make sure that India has the lead advantage, not because we are in an international race, but because we have a population which is aspiring to grow at a greater speed and reach a level which they have seen in countries abroad and whose parents here have toiled to bring them to that level, but can they themselves provide that kind of a living for the forthcoming generations? So I would appeal to you, for people who have got wonderful degrees from a great institution like this, do apply your mind even as you take up a job. I can understand the necessity of immediately wanting to get yourself employed. But science doesn't have time, work hours. You can work at your office, but also make sure that your mind actively engages in coming up with innovative ways in which India's progress towards a Vikasit Bharat, that is 2047, can be enabled by the kind of very quick and speedy solutions that you may offer for us to move and transition into a better country.